Okay, so wanted to do an open-ended reading. A reading for somebody that, in this case, I feel it's somebody or you, the person that this reading is for, and it's not a particular sign, but your situation is that you were married to somebody, and this person, I feel, cheated on you, had an affair on you. Okay, so that's what was in the past, okay, telling me who this is for. Underneath the reading, which is my hint card, or what is the subject of this reading? And the subject of this reading is a very ugly energy. Queen of Wands in reverse is a not very nice energy. And as I said, this reading is for somebody that was married. And unfortunately, there was a third party situation that came out of this marriage. All right. Now, that was in the past. But where you are right now is you want some loving. I mean, let's not lie. You're feeling romantic. You want to extend your cup. Now, part of me feels like you want to extend your cup to this person that did this to you. We're going to talk about that in a minute here. The challenge at this time is independence and becoming independent. I almost feel like this is you wanting to jump right back in the dating scene. And I don't know how much time has elapsed since this thing has happened. Tarot is timeless. But maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Some would argue that it isn't, because in your subconscious, you are in pain. You are still suffering from the past, as you can see. The Five of Cups is deep sorrow. I cannot leave out the fact that it many times it is grieving for somebody that has passed to the other side. It is a grieving that can take quite a while to recover from, and it can be that. But tied to this energy, I don't believe that it's that for most of you. I believe that this grieving is somebody that you are in the cold with. This person is somebody that you want to come out of the cold with that Five of Pentacles. Now get this, we got the Five of Cups and we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Wanting to come out of the cold with somebody. Could it be this person from the past? Now, what lies before you at this time is the Emperor in reverse, which in this position, I feel it's not being able to control something, not having any power to do anything about what's going on. In your advice, the Nine of Swords. Now take a look at that. The Nine of Swords is thoughts, multiple thoughts, thoughts keeping you up at night, thoughts that if you do not control, they will build a castle. They will build a fortress in your mind. And once this fortress is built, it begins to be very hard to pull down the strongholds. The stronghold is when a thought, you've allowed the thought to take root, you begin to believe the thought, and next thing you know, you've accepted the thought. You've accepted it as being the be-all, end-all of all of it, and it begins to chip away at your life. It begins to chip away at your ability to conquer. We were meant to recover, get back up on our feet, and kick some ass. And you cannot be kicking ass if you're over there still in mourning over something that you have no control over. Now, if it's somebody that's passed away, Hey man, I understand. But it can overtake your life, and thoughts, make no mistake about it, have incredible power. Thoughts cause people to murder others. I watch a lot of these shows like Snapped and Evil Lives Here and Fear Thy Neighbor and Dateline Uncovered and Killers Couples. But all these shows, they document these people that kill others and so forth. And one of the things that you'll find is it always starts with a thought. When they begin to interview the killer, it started when I was a kid and I had these thoughts. Well, the reality of it is you can control your thoughts. It's been proven. In fact, people that say they cannot control them, if we put your hand right here on this table and I take a sword and I chop one finger off at a time, I guarantee you will control your thoughts. That person that lashes out and fucking has never had somebody punch their lights out. When you get your lights punched out from talking shit to somebody, I guarantee you the rest of your life you will be very careful how you communicate with other people. We must deal with thoughts. The thoughts are coming in, and instead of taking those thoughts, we have to reject those thoughts. We have to see, do these thoughts align with me and what I'm about, or do they tear me down? So that means a lot of the music that people listen to, depressing music, what we're listening to, what we're garbage in, garbage out. You want to be depressed? Listen to depressing music. It's the best way to rob you of all your joy. Listen to somebody telling you that how you're fucked and there's no way to win against the man, and thoughts. Spirit says, deal with these thoughts. Don't want to win? Don't deal with your thought life. The war that we are in all starts with thoughts. External influences to your situation. Somebody is going back or coming back. Now this could be your person, this person, maybe it's the same third party over here. Maybe in this time they've split up and now they're coming back together or some shit. Or somebody else. And your overall projected outcome is, and I feel this in the sense of advice as well, but it makes total sense. You were to stand down. You were not to take any action. And so what I feel from this reading is I feel that there is unresolved pain, unresolved heartbreak. And I feel like you're going out and you want to go out and hook up or something to try to make you feel better. Hey man, I ain't your judge. If you need to have, and it may not mean sex, This does not necessarily mean sex, although it sure can. It could just mean that you need to go out and have a date or something. You need to just talk to somebody. Maybe the date only becomes friendship, where you're talking this thing out. Therapy, right? So I feel like this is unresolved pain and stuff, and it comes back to this energy, and somebody did something ugly to you. They did it in an ugly way. They may have even played some tricks on you, and it's important that you don't let the venom control you and make you hate this person. Release it, let it go, deal with the thoughts. So let me go back to this, because this is your advice, is to deal with these thoughts. When the thoughts come in, whatever they are, because I feel that this person was ugly to you and did you dirty, it's normal, especially if you're a Scorpio or something like that, it's normal for you to be vindictive. You could be one of them kind of people, and I was like this for many years, so I can relate to it. But I was one of them people where you break up with me, I hate you. you know. And now it was okay for me to break up, but for you to break up with me and break my heart, oh hell no. And I was one of these very vindictive. So if the Scorpio thing is true, and my moon is in Scorpio, if that is true, it does make sense for me. For many years, that's the way I was. You break up, I fucking hate you. And I wouldn't talk to you for a couple years. You know, it would take a couple years before I could talk to you again. If you have that kind of energy, whoever this is for, those thoughts come in, you need to put yourself in that person's shoes. You need to think about, have you always felt a particular way? Haven't you ever been in a situation where you didn't really feel the feelings like the other person? You cannot control them. You cannot make them love you. You cannot make them appreciate you. You have to accept that you don't have any control of this. You have absolutely no power in this situation. And that's okay. You don't have to be in control. Let it go. The sooner that you let it go, you let yourself off the hook, and then you'll be ready for another connection. But hey, I do understand this, because I know when I was hurting, it was helpful for me to communicate with other people, because other people are going through the same shit, and they need somebody to talk to too. And not everybody is a marriage. It takes some time. But I definitely feel the thoughts are destroying you, are hurting you. It's definitely right here. It's definitely right here. Missing somebody. I feel there may not have been closure. Give yourself the closure. What is closure? What is it really? Because people can tell you what they want as to why it's over. They can lie to you. You have to give yourself closure. And sometimes the closure is the silence, the unanswered phone calls, the unanswered texts. That is the answer. That is the closure. The closure is the person to shut the door. They have a free will, and the more that you pester them, the more they want to get away from you. Don't let this thing destroy you. Your advice, again, check these thoughts that are coming in. I've been there many times, and one of the things that you'll do to yourself if you're not careful is you'll feel sorry for yourself, and you'll go through rumination periods, and you'll kind of go in a loop, and you'll stay stuck in that loop, and it's blocking you from doing anything. You know, could be somebody else coming, but they're not going to be able to find you because you're too busy in this mind funk, in this mind jail, this prison, channeling that song from Creed, My Own Prison. It's all about the thoughts. If you found yourself getting resonated with this message, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you could be alerted when I upload new videos. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.